And so you mentioned that you used to be someone who cared a lot about what others think. And I mean, I still struggle with it. It's such a hard
Sure.
thing to kind of overcome, but I've made a lot of progress. What snapped you out of that?
Yeah. Well, I'll say number one, like I think it's a never-ending journey. I think it's natural to care what other people think,
Hmm.
and not to get too much into like the evolutionary psychology, but it's kind of wired into who we are as human beings is to want to be accepted and want to be liked. So I think just understanding number one, like giving yourself grace has helped me kind of through that and understanding that it's super normal to care what other people think, but in terms of like what actually snapped me out of it
Yeah.
was probably after my junior year of college. I just got cut from the University of South Carolina, ended up going to a summer ball team, got cut from that summer ball team. Girlfriend broke up with me, and I had two offers of schools that I was going to transfer fall through in the same day. So, I was kind of sitting there like, I'm 22 years old. I just had the worst baseball year of my entire life. Started off the year being the starting shortstop at the University of South Carolina, which was like, a dream come true. And then at the end of the year, I feel like I have nothing. And I realized that, everything in that situation was my fault. And that the reason why I was, in kind of a shitty situation, for lack of a better term. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on this, but
Oh, you can swear all you want. I swear all the time.
yeah, but like I was in a shitty situation, and I kind of just looked in the mirror and I was like, wow, like nobody cares. It's all my fault, and it's up to you to get out of this. And so that's when I really started valuing my own opinion and started to kind of go on this discovery of who do I want to become? And like, what do I want people to remember me by? Because at the time, I didn't think that, if I were to die the next day, that I would have lived like a meaningful life. And that was scary to me.
Adopting everything as your fault, it's not an easy thing, and I don't think a lot of people have that mindset. But I think that's literally the best mindset ever because it puts control into your hands. I'm curious, so like, how did you adopt that? Like, where did you get that from? Did it just come like that someday?
Yeah, I think just being the opposite for so long, you know, always wanted to point the finger, always wanted to, say that it was the circumstances or that it was my parents' fault or my partner's fault or my teammates' fault or my coach's fault or, that ball took a bad hop, like something as simple as that. It was very difficult for me to take true accountability of things. And so I think it was just like, at some point, I kind of just got sick of it because it left me feeling like, I had no control over my own life. It left me feeling like, anytime I failed, that life was unfair, or anytime I had success, that it was lucky because I didn't think that outcomes were within my control. So I kind of created this game for myself where no matter what happened, positive or negative outcome, I was going to lose. And that's just not a way that, I wanted to live my life anymore. And I was kind of sick of it. And I decided, like, okay, I kind of have always had this deep down feeling that I could do a lot more.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, if you're who you think you are, you're who you say you are, then you need to straighten the fuck up.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Somewhere on the screen should direct you to somewhere else in our channel. But as always, believe foolishly.